Hi there, Save with Crypto. Okay, so I just want to show you the MACD indicator, right? This is the moving average convergence divergence. If you haven't got it, you just go up to indicators, and I think you can just put in MACD actually. MACD. There you go. It's this one here, moving average convergence divergence. Okay, and what that does, this puts this indicator down here, which is a kind of oscillator type indicator, so it kind of goes up and down. Now, the interesting thing is on the monthly time frame. So I'm on the monthly time frame here. I'm looking at Bitcoin US dollar on the Bitstamp chart, okay, because that has the most history. Because I want to look back like far in time actually, and the MACD seems to sort of start, I don't know, September 2013, but the first bit I want to look at is just where it goes from being like sort of, it goes red, pink, and then it goes to green, where these two moving averages cross over. So where it goes green, that was about there, okay. So when that went green, where was it now? Just there, wasn't it? Okay, the price of Bitcoin went up about 6,000%, okay, way before my time, unfortunately. And the price came down, back down from $19,000 all the way back down to 3,000. I think this is when I got involved with Bitcoin, round about here, I think. And I remember thinking, wow, it might go back to all-time high. And I used to dream of 19,000. And I didn't think it would ever go back there. But obviously it did, didn't it? So what happened then was the MACD went green round about here. So June 2019. Okay, and that was a rally of about 300%, okay, so not incredible. And then we had the big one here, which was the summer of 2020. Now, I do remember this quite well because the price of Bitcoin, it was always like trying to get past $10,500, and it just didn't seem to want to go, but I knew as soon as it would get over 10,500, it'd be great. And I did actually buy most of my Bitcoin around about $9,000, so that was obviously a good thing to do, wasn't it? The MACD went green here around about January 2020 to February. Yeah, to February. Then, of course, what happened there was in March 2020, there was a COVID crash, which if you look at it on the grand scheme of things, it doesn't look that bad, does it? It's just this little bit here. That's all it was. Just so then after that, the MACD went green July 2020. Okay, and then we saw it go pretty much to the all-time high. So that was a 567% increase. Okay, what happened was a fairly obvious double top. I don't know why I didn't see it. I should have just sold or shorted up there at 69,000. In fact, the 69, it's almost like a meme number, isn't it? So I don't know why I didn't see it. I think it's because everyone wanted it to go to 100,000 and it just didn't, did it? Anyway, the point is, since then, the price has come way down from 69,000 right down to whatever it was last winter, 15,179. Pleased to say we're nearly double that this year. And look here, right, expand that. Okay, that candle there is July's candle, right? Last day of July today. Now, as long as this stays green, I'm reasonably hopeful that we'll get an increase. Okay, so as long as it's not like this one over here, where it probably would have done all right if it wasn't for the COVID. If it doesn't do anything like that, there's no black swans, then I think we're going to be good. So I suppose the question is where is it going to go next? Now, I think the periods of time we need to look at are probably the halvings. Okay, so the next Bitcoin halving is April next year, okay, which will be the fourth halving of Bitcoin ever, okay. Now, if we look at the first one here and expand it a little bit so you can see what we're doing, you can see that what kind of happened is about, quarter of the way through the halving period, we got an all-time high. And if we do a fib retracement, go from, say, the low there to that high there, let's include the wicks. Okay, so what seemed to happen is, the price came back down from the high, went low, went back up again. And these two levels here, this is the 0.5 and the 618. Now, I've got my Fibonacci set a little bit different to the default. I can show you that in a minute, but to me the interesting bit is always between these two yellow lines. So if we were to look at the second halving and see if there's anything similar there, so let's do the fib retracement from this low down here, okay, up to the all-time high of the second halving. And you can see once again, you know, the price came down below the golden pocket, went above the golden pocket, and then by the next halving it was pretty much there. Okay, so let's have a look for the third one. So the third one is where we are now, and this included the all-time high. So let's go with the fib from the COVID low here to the all-time high. Okay, so you can see here that we went to all-time high, came back, we're now below the golden pocket, we're sort of going back into it. Okay, so next April is, let's just put a line in there, so next April is there. So I would reasonably expect something going above the golden pocket and then probably coming back down to here for the next halving. That's the kind of thing I'm expecting. I'm not expecting to break all-time high before the next halving, because that's just never happened before. That's what I'm looking at. So the price we're looking at there is probably this fib here actually, which will be 44,184. That is my prediction, the end of this year. Okay, so 44,000 up there, and then I think by the halving next year we'd probably bid back down to 36475, and then who knows what the next all-time high will be. I think it probably would be about 100,000, in which case you'd be looking at, you know, a fib going from here up to about 100,000, and then maybe the price coming right back down to somewhere between 47 and 57,000. Because I think whatever happens, people are going to take profit at 100,000 in quite a big way, and I think we're going to see quite a big crash coming down from 100,000. Okay, I'm no TA expert. This is just me looking at the charts and me trying to be realistic, have realistic expectations, and just trying to get a rough idea of what might happen in the next year or so. If you want my fib settings, that's this one here where I've changed a few colours and a few values. I might have changed something here, I can't remember. And I've actually saved this as a template called Random Ball Bloke, because of some guy I saw on a short, and I just liked his fib settings, and I can't remember who it is actually. So if anyone knows who it is who sets their fibs like this, then please do let me know, because I can't remember, and I would like to say thank you, because it does seem to work pretty well actually for me. And if you weren't aware already, I'm looking at all this in TradingView, and you can get a free version, or if you use my link, you can get the pro version with $30 off, which is a bargain. And that's the one I go for. I just go for the first paid one, and what I do is every Black Friday in November, I kind of, you know, take one of their offers where you can like renew it for a certain amount of time with a huge discount, and then they kind of add that to the amount of time you got left. So, you know, mine doesn't expire till, I don't know, 2025 or something now. And so it seems like it's free now almost, but I obviously did pay some money for it. It's not particularly expensive though, but I do find it really, really, really useful. I don't know how anyone can trade without TradingView. I mean, you can use the charts you have on the platforms, but I don't know, I just don't find them very useful. And you haven't got access to all the indicators like what I use, you know, like, you know, whole suite and VRVP, that kind of thing. Anyway, so that's my thoughts about that. I'm going to keep an eye on this green candle here on the MACD monthly, and I'm just going to pray to God that that stays green for the next 15 hours or so, and that means that July will finish with that green candle, and hopefully another one will follow, and we'll see a huge price increase. So if you like the sound of that, please give the video a like, leave a nice comment while you're down there. Oh, and while you are down there, please do subscribe and make sure you got the notifications set on all. And above all, tell your friends.